Hi, Gaston. My name is Judy. I'm a volunteer for the airport for the last 8 years. And during the time that I volunteer, I have many opportunities to walk around the airport and look at the art pieces that are hung there and maybe suggest to the passengers to look at it while they're waiting for their flights.
Thanks.
And I love it.
Oh, thank you. Well, nice meeting you, Judy. I'm Gaston Nogues from Ball-Nogues Studio. And, I'm looking forward to talk to you and give you a little bit of kind of insight into the process and some of the ideas behind making of this artwork so that you can further enrich the traveler's experience.
Thank you. That would be fun.
You're welcome.
How did you, what drove you to create public works?
Sure. So, well, our background, in the studio, I mean, we come from the field of architecture, and the field of architecture is tasked with kind of creating space to make an experience, to create a kind of a memory, create an illusion with building of space. So that's always been something that's been interesting to us from our training, from our professional education. So I think kind of making also, as I guess let's just say as a young professional, a lot of times the opportunities that you get to build or to do something outrageous is in the realm of the arts, right? Because you can try things, you can experiment.
What was the most challenge that you had creating this piece?
Oh man, it's big, and it was also done with like a fairly ambitious process that was really, really labor intensive. So a lot of the work that we do kind of invents material or process in a lot of ways, and we play with the process and we play with the material in kind of a way many artists do. We kind of play with the stuff to come up with ideas of how we can use it and interpret the material into works. So this is made out of bundled fiberglass rods, and by the way that you bundle them and how you can work with them, you kind of create these kind of tree-like kind of shapes. Like we were talking about, like shaded, arbor boulevards. So that material kind of lent itself to make these types of shapes. It was also something that's like really strong, and it can bend quite a lot. So we could in one sense transport it from Los Angeles to San Diego, in a truck, and then kind of manhandle it to raise it and put it in place. But also what was I think also really important about it is that it's also really flexible, and because of the kind of building that it is, it's that building in an earthquake is meant to move a lot. So the flexibility of the material was perfect for that location because it's like a spring, right? It can if the building were to move in an earthquake, it would just shake a lot. Nothing would happen. So there was I think the project also kind of arose, I think, out of solving, I think, those technical hurdles as well. Not just like what we wanted it to like be like, or conceptually speaking. I think a lot of our work, because we're inventing a process and material, a lot of times the outcome is also just what it looks like is just also as well dictated by the process. But do you see like people engaging in these kinds of things?
Yes, definitely. And people
Yeah.
do look around. And I think that's why the art at the airport is so important. And as far as the piece, the best way out is always through. People look at it and they say, wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that it's the best thing I could say is that it was the connection between the concrete and the artwork, the differences between the two that really pulls it together.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. I love it. I got exactly what the piece I thought meant as soon as I walked in. I thought this is a canopy of trees when I walked the street.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think that most of the passengers look at it that way.
Yeah.
I think the piece really expresses what you meant to express, and people get it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it was well, thank you for saying that. I mean,
It was very nice. I'm
yeah,
very glad I got some time to chat.
Yeah, great. Well, it was a pleasure.